everyone, welcome to Brain Pulse Academy. I welcome all of you to your very first English class with me. The English class that I will be conducting will be based on several topics which are normally used while speaking. So, this class is particularly for those students, for those people who want to improve their speaking skills. Now, this is your very first lesson. As I told already, the English series that I'll be conducting will have the topics that we normally use while speaking. Because it focuses mostly on speaking, I will be speaking in Hindi and English both so that it gets easier for all my students. And not just the classes are not just restricted to those students, but also for everybody who is advanced, or maybe tomorrow you have your exam, so you want to know what this particular topic is and you want to have a basic understanding of this topic. So that's why you're here maybe. So please drop your comments below if you're an advanced student, if you're an intermediate or basic beginner student, and if you want separate kind of classes, that also can be requested in the comment section below. So make sure you drop your comments and you drop all the suggestions that you have. All right. So as I told already, that this class is not just for the beginners but also for the advanced and intermediate students. So it's for everyone who wants to learn and who wants to relearn all the concepts. अभी whenever we are speaking, what we do is, I'll give you an example. So suppose आपका कल कोई interview है and उसमें आपको बोला गया है कि introduce yourself, and you start introducing. So while speaking, what happens? Unknowingly, we tend to make few errors related to the topic that we will discuss today. And when we make those errors, we don't even realize that we have made an error and we continue without correcting ourselves. And that's what gets noticed by the whoever, the HR or whoever is conducting your interview. Same goes for students as well. Imagine like आप स्कूल में बात कर रहे हो, टीचर्स के साथ बात कर रहे हो, या फिर फ्रेंड्स के साथ, या फिर सोशली, एंड सडनली क्या होता है, हम लोग ऑकवर्ड हो जाता है. जैसे कुछ एरर हम लोग क्रिएट करते हैं, या फिर हम लोग बात करने के टाइम में सपोज कुछ एरर हो गया है बाय मिस्टेक, तो हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्शियस हो जाते हैं और फिर हम लोग बात करना छोड़ देते हैं. जैसे ही छोड़ देते हैं वैसे ही तो सीखना भी बंद हो गया. Right? So what we have to do is we need to learn, we need to practice more, and to learn we have to practice. That's why relearning is absolutely necessary for each one of us. Even though you have learned this concept several times, but it's okay. We are going to relearn all the concepts here once again in this particular English series. So the topic that we will be discussing today is very interesting. It is subject-verb agreement. नाम देख के पता चल रहा है कि कुछ ना कुछ है इसमें एग्रीमेंट रिलेटेड. ना व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एग्रीमेंट दैट वी टॉक अबाउट? सब्जेक्ट एंड वर्ब के बीच में जो एग्रीमेंट होना चाहिए, उस टॉपिक को लेके आज हम लोग बात करेंगे. नाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस टॉपिक, वी आल्सो नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज सब्जेक्ट एंड व्हाट इज वर्ब. ऑलराइट, बट बिफोर दैट लेट मी टेल यू दैट सब्जेक्ट वर्ब एग्रीमेंट हैज सेवरल रूल्स. इसके अंदर मिनिमम आई एम सेइंग 13 रूल्स है. अब ईच एंड एवरी रूल आई कैन नॉट एक्सप्लेन यू इन दिस lesson, right? That's why I have divided this particular topic into several lesson plans. So please keep watching till the end of the video. And today we will just deal with one single rule जो हम लोग normally use करते हैं, that is often used while speaking. तो आज हम लोग बस उस rule के ऊपर ही focus करेंगे. And we are going to sharpen our speaking skills. ठीक है? So as I told you, to understand this topic, subject verb agreement, we also need to understand what is a subject and what is a verb. And if you do understand it already, you can drop your comments below. Your comments are always welcome. If you have doubts, you can even write those doubts in the comment section below. And if you think, okay, this video is suitable for one of your friend or someone you know, you can definitely refer and share my video to those people. You're most welcome to do so. All right, so let's understand what is the subject. Now, to understand what is the subject, let me give you an example. So the example I will give you is Riya sings in the morning. All right, so here we have an example. Riya sings in the morning. Very simple example. Riya sings in the morning. Now, in this sentence, which one is the action? Very good. The action is sings. Now, in a sentence, the main person, individual, or a thing, it can be a noun as well or a pronoun as well, who does the action, who performs the action, will be known as subject. So, पहले हम लोग सेंटेंस में क्या करेंगे, जो एक्शन है उसको निकाल लेंगे. जैसे ही एक्शन निकल आएगा वैसे हम लोग को समझ में आ जाएगा अच्छा कौन कर रहा है ये एक्शन, who is doing this action. जैसे ही हम लोग को वो समझ में आ जाएगा, हम लोग को ये भी समझ में आ जाएगा कि सब्जेक्ट कौन सा है इस पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस में. So the subject in the sentence is Riya. Who is singing? Riya is singing. So who is doing the action. Okay, I can say do or does. Whoever is doing the action will be known as the subject. Simple. Now, which is the action over here? Already we have figured it out since. So the action is known as verb. Pretty simple. So the main person, thing, or noun or pronoun, whoever is doing the action or performing the action will be known as the subject, and whoever or the particular action that we are talking about will be known as the verb. Simple. It is clear now what is a subject and what is a verb. Now, since I'm talking about subject-verb agreement, let me tell you what agreement we are talking about. Whenever we talk about agreement means what? मैं कुछ बोल रही हूँ, मेरा दोस्त कुछ बोल रहा है, तो दोनों के बीच में अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए और दोनों के बीच में अग्रीमेंट होना चाहिए. अगर अग्रीमेंट नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? हम लोग फिर झगड़ा करेंगे, फिर मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग होगा, फिर कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट होगा, राइट? सेम. Think of this particular topic, subject and verb, as friends. Okay, so subject and verb, they are both friends and they should always be an agreement. नहीं तो sentence formation incorrect हो जाएगा and confusion will get created. So let us have a look at the very first and the simple rule of this subject-verb agreement. Whenever the subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. It should follow it. It should have the same pattern. So if the subject or noun is plural, then the verb should also be plural. That's what we need to remember. Subject अगर singular है तो verb भी singular ही होना चाहिए. सब्जेक्ट अगर प्लूरल है तो वर्ब भी प्लूरल ही होना चाहिए. एक दो एक्सेप्शन है, वी विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ दिस क्लास. नाउ द फर्स्ट थिंग इज व्हाट? सब्जेक्ट. सब्जेक्ट कौन है यहाँ पे? माही. What is the sentence? Mahi walks to school. We have understood that Mahi is the subject. Verb over here is what? Walk. Walk is the verb. जब भी we are making or creating a singular verb, remember we have to add s or we have to add es. Okay, either of them. So if the verb, if we need to create a singular verb, we will add either s or es. So that's why we have added s over here. So remember, if the subject is singular, verb has to be singular, and singular verb will have either s or es. Now to understand this, let me give you another example. So that will make it easier for all of you. All right. Rishu goes to the market. Rishu goes to the market. All right. Now here, which one is the subject? Remember, whenever we figure out the action, we will know which one is the subject. So here, the action is go. We know the verb over here is go. All right. How many subjects are there? Or is there? Just one. Very good. So we have singular subject and goes is there, right? So if the subject is singular, what we know? We know we have to use, we must use singular verb. And if we are using singular verb, how we will know it is singular or not? By adding s or es. So here we are adding es. Okay, so that's how we know that this is singular verb. So here, Rishu goes to the market is following the rule. What if I write the men plays cricket? Okay, now you can only tell me, is the sentence correct? The men plays cricket. No, it is not correct. Why it is not correct? Because we can see men. I have written men. Men is the plural of man. So this is becoming plural, whereas my verb over here is singular. Because it is singular, they are not following the rule. So what should be my sentence? It should be the men play cricket. Or I can also write it as the man plays cricket. So in this sentence, both are singular subject and singular verb. All right, I hope till here it is clear. So now we will move to the next part of the same rule. Now, the last sentence that I introduced had the men, which was a plural subject, right? So whenever the subject is plural, we have to use a plural verb. And how we will know that it is a plural verb? By not adding x. So whenever we have to convert a verb into plural verb, we will not add s. Remember, we will not add s or es, nothing. So let's see this example. The kids, we can see over here it is written kids. Kids is plural. So the kids walk to school. We are not adding any s over here. So this is plural verb. All right, very simple. So now we will understand another example over here. Okay, so let's have a look at this example. The children sing silently. The children sing silently. Now over here, which one is the subject? If you can't understand the subject, what we will do, we will try to understand the action. The action over here is sing. So who is doing the action? Children. They are doing the action. So they are the subject. And we are talking about children. So that is plural, more than one child. So children, plural subject. And because the subject is plural, we have to use a plural verb. And because we have to use a plural verb, we will not add s and we will not add es. So sing remains sing. But what if I write the child sing silently? Is it correct? The child sings silently. No, it's not correct. Why? Because over here we are talking about one person, one child. That means it is singular. And if it is singular, that means what? The verb should also be singular. And for turning a verb into singular verb, we have to add s or es. So it should be the child sings silently. Otherwise, it is becoming plural, right? So now we have an understanding of subject-verb agreement, the basic first rule that we need to use while speaking. Apart from this, I told you one exception is there, right? So what is the exception? The exception is whenever we are using I and you, we do not use S. That means we use the normal verb or normal, I'll just write it the normal form of the verb. Normal form of the verb. Okay, so for singular, that is I and you, only in these particular case, in this particular case, okay, not more than this. Just this particular case, we need to use the normal form of the verb. Okay, so singular, what is the rule breaker? Example, I go to sleep. Simple. You go to sleep. We are not adding any s or anything, though the subject is singular. So remember, for I and you, it is an exception. We will have 2 levels and let's see how much you scored. Please drop your scores in the comment section below. It will be out of 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 4, how much you get, you need to drop your scores in the comment section below. All right. Level 1. The very first question is, they dash smile or smiles? They dash smiles or smile? Which one is it? Very good. It should be smile. Why smile? Because they is plural, and because it is more than one, it is 2 or more than 2, that's why it should be plural verb. We will not add s. Next question. The dog dash sit or sits? The dog dash sit or sits? Very good. It should be sits, because the dog is singular over here. That's why the verb should also be singular by adding s. Excellent. Now we will move to the next level. Level 2, and here is your first question. The car dash an oil change. Needs or need? The car dash an oil change. The car dash an oil change. Very good. It should be needs. Excellent. Why? Because the car over here is what? It is singular. So remember, it is singular, that's why it should be needs. We need to add s over here. All right, very good. Very good, everyone. Let's move to the next question and the last question, which is many people dash to the park on weekends. Many people dash to the park on weekends. Many people dash to the park on weekends. Goes or go? Excellent. It should be go. Why? Because many people, we're talking about several people, so plural. Because it is plural, we need to use a plural verb. So this is the plural verb. Many people go to the park on weekends. And this one is what? This one is the singular verb. That's why we cannot use it. All right, so that was just your last question. I hope all of you have understood the concept today. Well done, everyone. Well done for completing this lesson. And if you have any questions, please drop those questions in the comment section below. From now onwards, whenever you are speaking, try to use this particular basic rule and be careful about it. So keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you will get. And make sure that you like, share and subscribe my channel. And also make sure that you keep posting or adding few comments here and there whenever you feel that this can be done or there can be some kind of changes which can be created. Whatever suggestions you have, it is always welcome. All right, so thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful day.